Welcome to Modern Manipulation. I wanted to start out by saying thank you for joining us. Today we're going to talk about a case study in cycles of trauma, subsidization, and opportunity. We're going to focus on religion, but the methods religions use for adherence and resource retention and management are similar to non-religious groups and tribes. They usually involve fear, a fear of lack of friendship and community, a fear of social or taught eternal punishment, a lack of forgiveness or intrinsic worth within ourselves or outside of the group. Some people need fear to behave, especially if they don't have the capacity for empathy. But fear unbalanced, that keeps you tied to actions that support others more than ourselves, can lead to a feeling or actuality of allowing ourselves to eventually be taken advantage of, or a lack of known worth. Religions imply a need to give, which is not bad in itself until it is unsustainable or harmful. Sometimes it is 10% or more of your income. Sometimes it is hours of your time that are unpaid and unrelated to any marketable skill or degree that society accepts. Rarely it is your life. Some people spend years volunteering their time to evangelism and making the group and its resources bigger, only to find their efforts were at most well-meaning and sometimes helpful emotionally or physically, but without marketability outside such beliefs and self-affirming activities. Sometimes a need is created partially by the cause of the problem, rather than creating a system that fixes a solution. In many religions, you don't have to be correct or verified. You just have to convince enough people that you are correct, and that you have their best interests emotionally, while you take a little or a lot of their resources, until it's found unsustainable and unchecked. There is also another element to most religions that manipulates people unknowingly. Its complexity and a need or preference for passion to dogma or extremism or different beliefs. Purposeful complexity serves many purposes in religion. It slows people down and at times confuses them to the point that they accept the beliefs and actions of those who claim to know better, even if part of the religious leader's actions are more self-serving than for the good of the religious group or outsiders. Purposeful complexity and strict dogma also polarizes members to the point that they may struggle to ever leave, or ever politely integrate back with other groups or their beliefs. The difference of beliefs, especially when extreme, keeps people in their own groups. This may be a tribal type protection when it comes to morals or physical health of the group, but sometimes it is primarily designed to encourage one's resources or abilities are not to be given or shared with other groups or individuals or their leaders. While I do not believe faith or religion is all inherently wrong or misguided or manipulative, I think there is a potential for abuse within any blanket trust we give these groups and their leaders, and how they care for us and how we can treat others outside these religious groups versus our own self-confirmed biases and ideologies. There is a potential to allow ourselves to be taken advantage of or to justify us taking advantage of others, even unintentionally, in the name of a religion. Trauma, you are sinful or not worth anything. Subsidization, stay with us, be forgiven, find a family. Opportunity, feel better, give us money, even if it's not sustainable sometimes. There is a balance to religion. If it gives you healthy purpose and community, makes your life better, and the lives of those around you by how you treat them because of religion, it can be a good thing. It gives a framework to understand the complex world and mostly feel good about life. But when religion is used to take advantage of others, people, or hurt people outside of that religion, it can be harmful, and each of us must decide if it's time to move on to another religion or something else that is healthy. Purposeful complexity, polarization of beliefs, moral superiority, and internal or external community shunning within religion. That's modern manipulation.